It's hard to believe that we're already at the end of the year. A lot happened, but luckily we captured it all right here on Up to Speed, so let's take a look back. This is my take on the year through the lens of my most memorable moments. I don't know that I have a specific place in mind, but I will say when we go on tour with Up to Speed and we've been able to travel to the different cities like Rolling Meadows, Alpharetta, Boston, it's been awesome because you really get a sense of the scale of Verizon when you visit other hubs and offices and meet so many new VTeamers. My funniest moment is when we made a 60 seconds reel with Tracy Sanders. I asked her what her favorite movie of all time was, and she said not to judge her, but it was Boomerang. So I responded by saying that I would have to check it out, which I thought was an innocent response, but the joke was on me because after the video, so many people messaged me that they couldn't believe I hadn't seen it. Even in the comments, people were clowning me. I thought it was funny, but every time I see Tracy, she still checks to see if I've watched it yet, and the answer is still no. So I once went to a field visit in Richardson, Texas with members of the network team to get footage for Up to Speed. But what I didn't know was that I was really getting a network 101 or really a network 201 because wow, so much information to learn about what it takes to keep our network up and running. But I am so grateful for our network team and that they know what they're doing. So my most heartwarming moment was actually off camera. When we went to Alpharetta for the Up to Speed tour, I did mention during the show that I wanted to try the Jenny's ice cream. I said it jokingly and I asked if someone could take me. I didn't think that anyone would actually offer, but after the show, a couple of people were open to driving me to Jenny's so I could try the ice cream. It just really reminded me of the kindness of the V team, and since then, I have been buying Jenny's ice cream from my grocery store ever since. My favorite live moment, that was during our announcement of Task Force. This was when members of the Task Force joined Lynn Cox, Joe Russo, and I on stage. I was so happy we were giving them a spotlight, and thanks for all the work that they do to make our networks better every single day. I wish I didn't have to choose just one. Employee profiles are always so nice because it's a look at all the people who make Verizon. But if I did have to choose, I thought Suzette Tate's story of writing a book to depict her unique take on being a grandma was really touching. Always nice to see what the V team is up to outside of work. My favorite launch was the launch of the year, My Plan. There was so much excitement around how we were bringing something new to the table when it comes to bringing customers a personalized phone plan at a great value. And the episode for the launch was so much fun. Running outside to meet Jen in front of the awesome Verizon sign is definitely an episode to remember. George Talks Tech always delivers top-notch creativity, so it's kind of hard to choose a favorite. But I will say the very first George Talks Tech of the year for the Gizmo Watch 3 featuring Puppet George is probably my favorite. Who doesn't love George as a puppet? This would have to be the Halloween episode with Jen and Audie, also known as Barbie and Vin. I was out of the office and I had no idea what they decided to dress up as, so when I watched the episode, I was pretty tickled by their take on Barbie. One of my favorite parts is being able to co-host with Jen. Our chemistry is authentic because we're genuinely friends. But I also love when we can interact with an audience. Honestly, audiences used to scare me a little, but over time I've grown to love them because we're directly connecting with the people who we're making the show for, which is all of you. I feel lucky every single day that I'm a trusted person to deliver the news to our V team. I don't take that lightly, especially when I meet V teamers who tell me that they've learned something new or that they've appreciated their team's work being featured. Well, that's it. That's my take on 2023. I can't wait to make more memories in 2024. But first things first, I'll see you at the 2024 kickoff on Wednesday, January 3rd at 11:30 a.m. Eastern. We'll be live with Hans where we'll hear our priorities and more. And tune in tomorrow to hear about some of the highlights of the year from folks who are usually behind the camera. Until next time, you're up to speed.